was a freak thing. It wasn't Knight's fault, it wasn't my fault. Sometimes these types of accidents happen with horses. She assured me that she thought I was one of the more careful, safety-conscious riders that she knows, and that felt really good to hear. In fact, that night I did not sleep well and was even shouting in my sleep. I kept dreaming dark dreams and waking up every few hours, but I don't remember any of the details. Thank the Lord I fell off at the beginning of this chaos, because it really could have been so much worse. I never dreamed the most dangerous part of my ride that night would be when it was technically over. We just finished our weekly riding lesson together. During this time, we talk about our lesson, our progress, and catch up on life. As I sat there chatting with my friend, Knight was pretty fidgety. I had to pluck the reins out of his mouth more than once while we stood there. And at one point, he grabbed the martingale strap underneath his face and nibbled. I jerked it away. Knight turned his head to the left, and before I could react to jerk the right rein, he bit my stirrup iron, but the iron somehow bit back, catching on the side of his D-ring snaffle. Knight then panicked and did 2 donuts before I flew off and landed really hard on my right thigh and elbow. The impact stunned me to the point I couldn't even immediately react. My friend snapped into action, leaping off her mare, handed me the reins. Doubled over, I took a few steps into the safety of the cross ties. My horse, Knight, was spinning and spinning like a crazed top, whinnying in fear. He spiraled about 50 feet away, down a small incline, until he crashed, landed on his side, then back. His 4 hooves faced the sky. Miraculously, the bit and stirrup iron disconnected, and he popped right back up. My friend grabbed his reins and walked him a few steps, and Knight seemed to move just fine, immediately dropping his head in relief. She examined my helmet and told me there wasn't even a scratch. I had 2 really large bruises on my hip and thigh. Even today, my right wrist still feels kind of tight at times. Holes can be patched, bruises heal. Knight had a small cut, and when the vet came out to examine him the next day, she said he was fine, just to keep giving him bute and let him take it easy for a while. Knight is not a spooky horse. He has a good brain. He's not a lunatic. If this can happen to an experienced rider on a sensible horse, it can happen to anyone. Don't let your horse get its face near your stirrup. Keep your horse's face away from the irons. It can happen so quickly.